So just look at the chart and tell me what you are seeing. Look at this chart and tell me whatever that you are seeing. The answer is there's a lot of things going on. You can see there's a lot of support and resistance going on in the chart. And if your chart looks like this, it will lead to something we call analysis paralysis. And that is what we're going to talk about in this video. How to draw simple and proper support and resistance zones on the chart without making your chart dirty or scattered or drawing plenty lines in the chart to get you confused. One thing is, if your chart is clean, you are able to trade more and then catch more trades. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to draw proper support and resistance on the chart and also how to trade them, guys. You can say support is the zone whereby there's more buying pressure that buyers are expected to take a trade. You can see, looking at this chart, because of this how messy the chart is, you can be taking a trade from here to the downside without even noticing whether that place is the correct entry zone or not. Sometimes price respect the zones, that is when it's plenty, but sometimes too you'll be taking wrong trades. And I'm going to show you how to go by and catch proper trade setup and also how to tackle it. Maybe someone doesn't know what is support and what is resistance. Support is a zone, as I already said, whereby there's more buying pressure. Now look at the picture here on the screen. You can see price has been trapped in this range right here. The zone below, whereby price has been reacting to multiple times, is what we call support. That is where there's more buying pressure. That price, if anytime price comes again, there's probably an opportunity for price to bounce from there to the upside. You can see, looking at this chart, price was coming from here to the upside, and then price got here. There was a reaction around this area. You can see there was a rejection there, and price pushed up, came back again. There was another reaction around here before the push, and you can see this area here too. This area is not a key level because you can see price hasn't touched the zone, so it's not valid. And one thing I've just put across is, anytime you are drawing support and resistance, it shouldn't just be a horizontal line. It should be a zone. That is, you should take the whole zone like this as your level of support, because sometimes price will come, tap on some place and go without tapping on the horizontal line. So take note of that one. And you can see this one also is a valid touch to the upside. So the area where price has been resting on for a couple of times is what we call support level. That is where we look to take our buy straight to the upside, because anytime price comes there, there is a buy to the upside. That's what we call support. And resistance is the ceiling that is resisting price from pushing up. You can see this area here, there was the first resistance around here, there was a second resistance around here, and you can see when price reacted, there's a push to the downside. So one thing I've noticed is, anytime support breaks, it becomes a resistance. So put this one down. Anytime support breaks, it becomes a resistance, and anytime resistance breaks, it becomes a support. You can see this area, price pushed from here to the upside. Let me clear the chart. Price pushed from here to the upside, and there was a breakout of this strong momentum candle to the upside. Sometimes the candle that will cause a breakout should be a strong momentum candle, and if that happens, then that means price is probably likely to push to the downside again, come for a retest, and this area will probably be your entry zone to the upside because price broke to the upside. Okay, so guys, put this down. Anytime support breaks, it becomes a resistance. Anytime resistance breaks, it becomes support. It's not every time that support and resistance appear to be a horizontal zone or a horizontal line. Sometimes you see price go in a vertical, and also there's support and resistance also there. That is where we use trend lines to draw them anytime it happens. You can see from this chart also, there's a first touch here, there was a second touch, and there was a third touch here, there was a fourth touch here. One thing I just want you to know is the touch for the zone to be valid should be above 3 and above. Okay, so first touch, second touch isn't valid, so go with 3 and then above. Okay, so you have a first touch, second, third, fourth, 4 touches here, making this strong upward support valid. It's an upward and it's a support, and you can see price is moving in a channel like this, but all the way is pushing to the upside, and you go with the direction of the flow. Already this area here was a support from the previous level of interaction with price. That's why it is indicated here that it is a support of price. And you can see the resistance too. You have this retest here, 1, we have retest here 2, we have retest here 3, and we have retest here 4. Okay, so that is it also here on the chart. The retest, that price retest to this, there will be a multiple reaction, and you should also go with 3 retests or 4. All right, don't go with 1 or 2. You should look for 3 and 4. And anytime it breaks, it come back and look for retest, it will just sell to the downside. Like the earlier example that we talked about, that anytime resistance break becomes a support, anytime support break becomes a resistance. It happens also in an vertical order. Okay, so sometimes the price can actually break from here, you can see, to the upside retest and then push up. It happens. So if it happens, you need to know how to trade the market. Now let's talk about how to trade support and resistance. Then we come to the live example. And one thing I've noticed through experience is anytime price approaches support and resistance level and forms a pin bar, it plays out a lot bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing or a pin bar. Okay. So now our next topic is we're going to talk about pin bar. And the pin bar, we have 2 types of pin bar. We have the bearish pin bar and we have the bullish pin bar. Bearish pin bar happens on resistance. If price approaches a resistance and you see that there is a bearish pin bar, that means it is likely for price to drop from there to the downside. And you can see the bearish pin bar, you're going to see that here is the tail or the wick, and we have the body down below here. Okay, so that means price open, push up, and then the sellers push price all the way to close down below here. Okay, so because it's here, price push close down here, there's an open price push up, and sellers push price down and then close. That means this area here indicate that there's more sellers at the resistance that price has approached. The same happens to this area. This wick here is also an indication that there is a sellers at the resistance that price has approached. And you can see here too, bullish pin bar happens on support. Okay, so if this one happens or appears on support, we are looking to take a buy trade, because this area here is the tail that we say price has formed, and here is the body. And if it happens like this, that means there's more sellers, there's more buyers willing to push price from here to the upside. That means there's more buyers trying to push price from the support. Let's say this area here is a support zone like this. There's more buyers around this area here who are willing to push price from here to the upside. Okay, so if it happens or if it appears on support, you look to take your trade. And sometimes to bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing normally also plays out the same thing as the pin bars. So if this one doesn't appear and bullish and bearish engulfing appears, it's the same thing. Look to take your trade. So that is it. So looking at the chart, I just mark out the proper support and resistance. That is the one that we need. We don't need the plenty one because it will cause analysis paralysis. We want to make sure that our chart is clean so that we can catch major moves in the market. Now looking at this place, the pin bar that we talk about, the same thing happened around this place. When price push from here, you can see price push from, this was a resistance here because price has been reacting to multiple times. Price push from here to the downside, you can see there was a push from here. There's a push from here to the downside. It formed a pin bar that we just talked about right here. That is the bullish pin bar that we talk about just right there. And price push up again, came back, form another pin bar around here, and then there was a push from here to the upside. Now looking at this area too, you can see we had a pin bar also form around this place. There was a first pin bar. You can see first pin bar form around this place, second pin bar form around this place, and also bearish engulfing form around this place. And what happened? We saw price tanking from here to the downside, guys. So if pin bar happens in the market, or if pin bar forms as support and resistance, it's likely for price to push to the direction that you are anticipating. And also if bullish engulfing also forms, it's also likely for price to push to the direction that you are anticipating. So this is how the thing is, and let me just show you a practical thing of how it is. So let's say this is it. We have this zone at the top, and we have this one here down below here. And if price push from here like this to the upside, touch down like this, you can see like this. So if the pin bar happens to appear around this place, that's where you look for your buy trades. Or if it appears to be around this place, look for your buy. If it appears to be at this place, you look for a sell, okay? And if it breaks out, come back and retest and also forms a pin bar around this place, you look to take your sell to the downside. And if it appears that price tries to push from here to the upside to the, it breaks the resistance, then you look for your entry around and then you take your trade from there to the outside. So guys, this is how to trade support and resistance, how to identify them, how to trade them the proper way, guys. Follow the page for more.